Komorebi is the Japanese word for the way that sunlight filters through the leaves of trees. I love that word so much. I've always wanted to write a song with that word as the title. I started writing this kind of ode to all the drives that my husband and I would take back from hikes in Colorado, and the way the sun would be kind of low in the sky, and like this hazy golden hour kind of vibe.
Last light of the evening, the sun's heat is slowing. Like a winding mountain pathway, all hazy and golden.
What came to me first was this chord progression, the chord progression that's in the song. And then I had that melodic idea of that synth lead that you hear, this kind of washy, mellow, middle range synth tone. Very soft attack, very long release. Usually I do very sharp attacks, very sharp sawtooth synth sounds, and this one I felt is a lot more mellow. It's more of a step back from my usual instrumentation, because this is more of a slow, hazy song. I really wanted to have slide guitar on it, and Andrew's been wanting to learn slide guitar for a long time, and so he finally got a slide and he's teaching himself how to play.
To expire in the evergreen, everlasting, enchanting, esoteric beauty.
We went up to Champaign, Illinois to visit my husband's grandmother. She lives in an assisted living facility up there. And while we were sitting and chatting with her, we noticed that she had this photo on her wall. She had the camera pointed up through some tree leaves and the sun was poking through. And I had just finished writing Komorebi at this point. So this was kind of serendipitous. I said, "Grandma, what's this photo?" And she said, "Oh, I took this on a camping trip with my husband." Her husband passed away some years ago, but from what Andrew tells me, they had a really sweet and affectionate relationship. I definitely think they were it was a soulmate level connection. I just thought it was so sweet and so sentimental.
Let's listen through and see if there's anything else I want to add.
Synesthesia is a big part of my music creation process, turning sights into sounds and the other way around. I like to try to paint pictures with my songs, and so it helps for me to have these very concrete images in my head.
There are so many times where I've done a perfect take, and then I realized I had the wrong input.
I've been singing and writing for such a long time. I mean, I've been singing for about as long as I've been talking, and I've been writing for since I was 8. I've been producing since I was 14. I really got serious about making music when I moved to Denver. When I moved to Colorado, I had the time and the freedom and the motivation to just finally start making music and putting it out into the world.
Alright, you're in for a little bit of a surprise here.
I'm doing this with my hand. This is the trick I learned in my voice lessons in college. I'm trying to remind myself to raise my soft palate and then flatten my tongue so there's as much resonance in the back of my mouth as I can possibly get, because it takes a lot of space and a lot of air. As a kid, I was always outside picking flowers, trying to figure out what they were called. I really feel like I was able to find the magic in these little things, the small flowers that grew on our front lawn, or the way that the light of the sun hits the leaves on the trees. And I think as a child I was so entranced by all that. I really hope that my music inspires people to find the magic in the tiniest things, like the way the wind moves through grass, the call of the birds in your backyard. I mean, because magic exists everywhere if you are willing to look for it. And I think we've lost sight of it, but it's still there. I mean, it's beckoning to us. So I hope that my music inspires people to get outside and experience life and feel the full weight of their emotions and really feel what it is to be a human being and to be an artist.